I love American Christmases. The tree, the presents, the super-powered reindeer, Rudolph.
Rudolph.
He's so weird.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you missed in Hawkeye Episode 5.
Wait 1 second, please. Let me put on brass knuckles so I can punch your face.
For this list, we're looking at the best MCU callbacks, comic book references, and Easter eggs in this entry of the sharpshooting series. If you haven't seen the latest episode yet, watch out for spoilers ahead. What was your favorite moment in this week's Hawkeye? And did you catch Kingpin's shadow looming over the heroes in the credits? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Yelena confirms a theory with her sister's move. In our Episode 4 video, we speculated that Yelena wasn't really trying to hurt Kate during their fight. The assassin confirmed our theory during some pre-dinner conversation in the 5th installment.
I am not gonna just sit and have dinner with you after you tried to kill me and then just broke into my house.
I did not try to kill you. I put you on a wire to remove an obstacle.
Yelena's method of taking Kate out of the fight also serves as a tragic callback to Endgame. When Clint and Natasha learn one of them must die for the Soul Stone, they infamously had a tense battle. Their dispute ends when Black Widow uses a wire to prevent Hawkeye from falling. Although both sisters have a reputation for harming people, they also have similar ways of using their skills to keep people safe.
Thank God I didn't kill you up there.
You kill me again. Oh, Kate Bishop, you are so funny.
Number 9. A delicious mac and cheese reference.
Hi. I made macaroni if you want some.
I'm sorry, what?
One of the first things Yelena does when she sneaks into Kate's apartment is make them a nice helping of mac and cheese. While this dinner choice might seem random, it actually pays off a scene from Black Widow. In the film, we see a young Yelena getting ready to eat dinner while undercover in America. Her earnest request for mac and cheese is unfortunately denied.
I want mac and cheese.
Oh, you want mac and cheese? Okay, well, I want caviar and champagne.
Seeing Yelena finally get to eat the meal she wants is a great symbol of the increased freedom she now has. No one can control her actions or stop her from dumping hot sauce onto mac and cheese ever again.
You're probably thinking, what? This is crazy. I'm going to have dinner with the enemy. And she made some really good smelling macaroni.
Number 8. Visual cues hinted at Eleanor's true intentions.
Does this have anything to do with Clint Barton?
Mom, no.
Clint protected me.
Before Eleanor was fully revealed as an antagonist, there were several visual cues that hinted at her sinister side. When she sits down to talk with Clint in Episode 4, the camera positions her right behind the hilt of a sword. Eleanor also has a conversation with Hawkeye while swords are behind him, as if she's ready to stab him in the back. And when Kate is receiving medical attention from her mom, Eleanor makes a band-aid fully cover one of the cuts. Clint notably had the young archer attend to a wound by placing it perpendicular to the afflicted area in Episode 2.
What you want to do is go perpendicular to it. You want to close it. This is helping singe so we can mend to each other faster.
Seeing Eleanor do the exact opposite of what a hero would have done was the cue that should have given her away.
Don't beat yourself up, hon. Sometimes the paths we're on, they wind around in ways that we never would have expected.
Number 7. Anna might have connected Yelena and Val.
Wait, this is your house? How can you afford all of this?
By doing the thing we're all best at.
A flashback showed that former Black Widow Anna pays for her expensive rug and lifestyle by being a hired assassin. Although Yelena hints that she'll seek her sister out instead of heading back into that life, that becomes impossible after she's snapped away. Right before she learns Natasha's gone, she's encouraged to become an assassin too.
You can start with contract work, and then you can stay here as long as you need.
Okay, stop.
The Black Widow post-credits scene suggests that she followed up on that idea and started working for Val. Since that sequence had to take place after Hawkeye's flashback, it's likely that Anna introduced Yelena to the Countess. It's even possible that both assassins work for Val. Whether that's the case or not, it's sad to think Yelena might not have needed the Countess if her sister were still around.
Maybe you'd like a shot at the man responsible for your sister's death. Kind of a cutie, don't you think?
Number 6. A tracksuit was right about the Royal Tenenbaums.
Run DMC's classic tracksuits. Classic.
After the villainous Ivan blows us away with his beatboxing skills, his co-worker Tomas lists off a few iconic tracksuits. While his Sopranos name drop is great, we think the cultured antagonist was onto something when he mentioned the Royal Tenenbaums. The offbeat Wes Anderson film sees Ben Stiller's Chaz and his sons wearing bright red tracksuits with stripes. Although the average goon on Hawkeye is decked in a more muted red, it's hard to deny the similarities between the two properties. Maybe the tracksuits and Chaz Tenenbaum just shop at the same store.
Royal Tenenbaums, right? Tony Soprano, forget about it.
Royal Tenenbaums? Come on. Do we look like Royal Tenenbaums?
Yes.
Number 5. Anna reminds us of a tragic Black Widow detail.
Who's that, Mommy?
It's okay, sweetie. She's an old friend.
The biggest difference in Anna's life post-snap is the fact that she's now raising a child. While she's catching Yelena up, she mentions offhandedly that her daughter is adopted. Anna's statement made us remember a dark fact about Black Widows. Throughout multiple MCU films, we heard that anyone who goes into the Red Room undergoes a procedure so they can't have kids.
Everything out.
Okay.
So you can't have babies.
You don't have to get so clinical.
Anna clearly didn't let what happened in the program define her life. She's living proof that nothing will get in the way of a Black Widow having the family they want.
I got married. We adopted 3 years ago. It's been amazing. Sonia, who left my house in much less dramatic fashion than you did that day, realized this, and now you will too.
Number 4. Kazi may meet Kingpin's comic fate. When Clint admitted he was the one who slayed Maya's dad and other tracksuits, the Avenger revealed a game-changing detail. The revelation that one of her own people sold her father to the vigilante definitely shook her. And when Maya pursued this lead, it seemed like Kazi was the guilty party.
What are you talking about?
If he was the actual traitor, then his story might have a very unpleasant ending. Maya's comic counterpart was placed in a similar situation when she discovered that Kingpin was responsible for her father's death. Although he tries to talk with her, she proceeds to wound the crime boss so severely that he's nearly rendered blind for life. Kazi might share that fate or worse if the MCU's Maya connects him to her dad's demise.
What is this? For sure.
Number 3. Another bishop worked with Kingpin in the comics.
Well, that's the guy I've been worried about this whole time. Kingpin.
We could hardly believe our eyes when we saw Kingpin standing right across from Eleanor Bishop. It immediately became clear that Kate's mom had a direct line to one of the most notorious Marvel villains of all time. While Eleanor didn't mind working with this big bad in the show, it was a slightly different story in the comics. After Clint and Kate save the day multiple times around NYC, Kingpin organizes a group of villains to hunt the heroes. We're then treated to the shocking sight of Kate's dad agreeing that his daughter should be taken out. While we don't think Eleanor will turn on her child, we are still worried about what she and Kingpin have in store for Clint.
Look at me. You're the only thing that matters to me. Are you sure you're okay?
Number 2. Kingpin's niece may get close to his greatest foe.
I'm gonna kill you! Take your shot.
Since Kingpin exists in this world, it's inevitable that a version of Daredevil will appear to oppose the villain. If we do see a Devil of Hell's Kitchen show up, he may get close with Maya. She and Matt Murdock fell for each other and looked like a strong match in the comics. But after they're tricked into fighting each other, the relationship quickly dissolves.
You're aiming a loose cannon at someone, and we both know it.
And you can prove that in a court of law.
Maya and Matt have a much better chance of getting to develop a genuine friendship or something more in the MCU. Maybe they'll work together in the upcoming Echo series, if Maya's uncle Kingpin doesn't throw a major curveball into their relationship.
Speak her name again! Go ahead!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Netflix heroes and anti-heroes could finally return.
You think one man in a silly little costume will make a difference?
Once we saw Vincent D'Onofrio's name in the credits, a bunch of exciting story possibilities opened up. Since he portrayed Kingpin in the Netflix Daredevil series, we can assume he's playing the same character that fought Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock. They both lived in the same continuity as John Bernthal's Punisher and the rest of the Defenders. That suggests that every single one of their characters can now come back. We don't know if every actor will return, if Disney will continue their Netflix stories, or how long it might take to see all of them. But we are feeling optimistic that we'll see Avengers fighting with Defenders in New York and beyond in the MCU.
We're not gonna leave you here.
You made a promise to get him back. You better keep your word.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.